This video was shot wide on purpose, so if you have an extra tall phone like the Galaxy S9 or S9 Plus or the iPhone X, you can go ahead and hit that full screen button now and not have to worry about cutting off any part of the video. What's up guys, Eric here from Techisode TV, and today I have the Galaxy S9 Plus and the iPhone X in front of me, and we're going to be doing a real-life speed test. And the reason I call this a real-life speed test is because most of the speed tests you guys see online are speed tests that don't really resemble real-life performance of these two devices. You're going to see stuff like people opening 6, 7, maybe even 8 games. Then you're going to see a bunch of rendering a bunch of different videos, transcoding files, and a bunch of other things that you're never actually going to do in real life. And so while those tests give you a little bit of an idea of how each of these devices will perform, they don't really paint the full picture of how they're going to perform on a day-to-day basis. So what I've done for my speed test is that I've included a bunch of apps that you're actually going to use on a day-to-day basis. Things like your settings app, or internet, email. I've got 2 games in here, but just 2 games because it's reasonable to open 2 games, but not 6 or 7 or 8 at the same time. And you'll also see things like music applications, social media, all the sorts of things that you use on a day-to-day basis. Now, I have done a ton of things to make sure that this is as fair a test as possible. If you want to see the full list of everything I've done, check the description or the pinned comment below. But to give you guys a quick rundown, I have factory reset both devices today. All of the apps have been fully updated to their latest available versions. I have completely turned off Bluetooth and GPS. This includes turning it off from the settings on the iPhone instead of the control center toggles. I took the Galaxy S9 Plus's SD card out to make sure it wasn't doing anything in the background. Neither device has a SIM card in it to prevent it from trying to access the network or download messages, voicemails, and things like that. Both devices are set to their max resolution. All power saving features are turned off on both devices. The latest firmware is installed on both devices. For the Galaxy S9 Plus, that is Android 8.0.0, and for the iPhone, that is 11.2.6. I have also turned off developer options on the Galaxy S9 Plus because this is a comparison to show you how the average person is going to experience these devices, and the average person doesn't even know what developer options are. So while yes, you can make the animations on the Galaxy S9 Plus faster by enabling developer options and setting some toggles in there, that's not very reflective of how the average user is going to experience these devices. With all of those details out of the way, it's time to get started. The first test is a boot test. I'm going to go ahead and hit the power button at the same time and see which one starts up. So ready, go. Alright, S9 screen is on and Apple logo's up. So there's that. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I think boot tests are kind of dumb. It's not like this is one of those things where you're going to be totally upset that one phone boots 3 seconds faster than another device. Those things I just really don't think matter for day-to-day use, but I know a lot of people want to see this, so here it is. As you can see, the iPhone X booted up maybe a second faster than the Note 8. So if this is something that matters to you, there you go. Alright, the next test is Geekbench. First we're going to make sure that there's nothing open in the background. And there isn't, so we are good to go. So run CPU benchmark, and we'll see what happens. So no surprise there, the iPhone X finished first with 4,260 points for single-core score and 10,439 points for multi-core score, but if you saw my Galaxy Note 8 versus iPhone X speed tests, you'd know that those results don't really mean that much when it comes to general performance. Now let's just wait for the S9 Plus to finish up. Alright, so here are the S9 Plus results, 2,180 for the single-core score and 8,439 for the multi-core score, both of which are lower than the iPhone's scores. However, the multi-core score is catching up considerably compared to where it was with the Galaxy Note 8. Alright, now that I've given both devices a bit of time to cool off after the Geekbench test, it's time to do the app test. I'm going to be keeping tallies up above for which phone opens the apps faster. However, if it's really close, like if it's within like 1/8 of a second between each other, I'm not going to give a point to either phone because that could just be the difference of how long it takes me to tap one phone versus the other. Also, if at any point I get it wrong and I think that one device opened an app faster than the other one, I was just totally wrong, I'm going to correct it in the tallies above. So don't always go by what I'm saying, look at the tallies above for the final numbers. Alright, with all those disclaimers out of the way, it's time to get started. First things first, we need to make sure that neither of these phones have apps open in the background. And they don't, so we are good to go. Now let's go ahead and start with settings. Okay, looked like that was faster on the S9. Native internet browsers, faster on the iPhone. Native email apps, definitely faster on the S9 Plus. Calendar. Okay, that looked like, you know what, I don't really know, I gotta watch the replay on that one. Calculator. Whew, that was super fast on both of them. Probably no point awarded there. NBA Live, this is the first game. Okay, faster on the iPhone. And we've got the native app stores. That looked like that might have been faster on the S9. Regal Cinemas. Faster on the S9 Plus. Let's see, Amazon. Okay, faster on the S9 Plus. And then we've got OneNote. Faster on the S9 Plus, but not by much. Xbox app. Faster on the iPhone. Apple Music. Faster on the iPhone. Google Play Music. Ooh, I think everything loaded up faster on the iPhone. I think all the icons loaded faster. I gotta check the replay. Bible app. Okay, faster on the S9 Plus. To-do list. Faster on the S9 Plus. Let's see, we got Excel. Faster on the S9 Plus. By a pretty decent margin there. We've got Stock Twits, which is like Twitter for stocks. Faster on the S9 Plus again. We've got Philips Hue app. It looks like that was faster on the iPhone. Gotta check the replay though. YouTube. Faster on the S9 Plus. Twitter. Okay, faster on the S9 Plus. Zillow.